I'm so excited I'll copy bro. Putting belt to ass on this floppy hoe. I'm talking nasty sandwich on this kid. We bout to do you sloppy Joe. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Guys, we're back, aren't we? We're back. We are back, man. I was in my car. You saw my jacket on. I haven't even took everything off, bro. In my car, whipping. I saw Dana White go live. I'm like, finally, I click it, and I just hear an Adesanya announcement. Then I just see an abrupt ending. I'm pretty sure Alexa Grasso some other announcement. I don't care. We don't care. Adesanya is back, and we're going against Joe Pyfer. I'm saying we, brother, because, team effort all my life. It's been me and Adesanya. You guys know this, brother. And I like this matchup for us. It's unique. And initially, I didn't know how to feel about it for Adesanya. But I remember looking at the middleweight picture and trying to figure out fights for Adesanya, and I kept being confused because I was like, we're not going to run it back Acosta, are we? That's kind of stupid. Dricus Duplessis rematch doesn't really make too much sense. Sean Strickland's scared to rematch people, So, I didn't really know what direction they're going to go for with Izzy. And they give us Pyfer, who's riding momentum, ever since he got unanimous decision and outstruck by Jack Hermanson. We're going to talk about it, Yeah, outstruck by Jack Hermanson. He's a great striker, to be fair, He's great stamina. This is a main event, which lets me know that 5 rounds. Joe Pyfer is going to get his mettle tested. Israel Adesanya is going to be Izzy. He's used to 5-round fights. And of course, it's interesting because Adesanya is not riding momentum. Joe Pyfer is riding momentum over the names like Kelvin Gastelum and Abus Magomedov, some solid competition. Whereas Izzy is riding negative momentum, but I think against better competition. Azardine Imavov, is probably going to be in the title picture now. Probably what that just told us. This announcement is probably, well, we already knew Imavov was next, but you get the point. Against people like Duplessis, people like Imavov, Izzy has been around, man. He's been around against the best, and, it's interesting because stylistically, this is one of those fights where I feel like Izzy should perform well. But I think the big thing with this is Pyfer's power. The PP, man. The Pyfer power. How good is the Pyfer power? And listen, brother, it's good, but I don't think Izzy necessarily struggles with power shots. But can he? And Mavov hit him with a clean shot, after poking him in the eye, and Izzy got knocked out. Izzy didn't actually go out cold there, but he did eat a tough shot and went down. Pyfer hits objectively harder than Imavov, in my opinion. I just feel like power is not necessarily what Izzy struggles with. I think it's more precision. Izzy got hit by Pereira, who I think hits harder in the 5th round when Pereira was just throwing all those left hooks. Izzy ate them well. He never went down. It was just like a stoppage from the TKO. And I do think Pereira pound for pound actually hits harder than Joe Pyfer, but obviously there's going to be that, but Kenny, but he broke and got his record, all that. I know Pereira broke and got his record too. Everyone just broke and got his record. Right? That record is just to shit, but I do think Izzy actually takes power shots well. I think it's the precision shots with speed behind it. And Mava has a really mean 1-2. And Pyfer has a really mean overhand. Pyfer does have some speed in his hands. This one for Izzy is gonna test Izzy's chin, this reminds you kind of like the Volkanovski-Diego Lopez situation, where I expected Volk to go in there and just be a better fighter, a more well-rounded, hard for Lopez to like get rhythm going against. I see something very similar in this fight, where I feel like Izzy is a lot better objectively than Joe Pyfer, but I wouldn't be surprised if people are leaning, oh, dude, Pyfer is just fucking, beat a biker, break the backer. They picked the picker. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if people are gonna go Pyfer, and I haven't seen, I just started recording, so I don't know what the world's saying right now. I'm just going off of what I think, and I do think Izzy should use those leg kicks and slow down Pyfer and kind of school Pyfer in a 5-round fight. Pyfer in I think it was a Gaslam fight, or there's a Gaslam fight, even the Boots fight, he's been very patient lately, which I don't mind, but I think if he plays the patience game with Adesanya, it's going to lead to him getting destroyed 50-45. We're even forgetting, Izzy was up against Imavov. He won the first round. He was on the way of winning the second round. Then he got eye-poked. I don't think Pyfer's not the type to eye-poke. I doubt we're going to get eye-poked again. But, that eye-poke obviously led to the finishing sequence. Pyfer doesn't have eye-pokes to present, but he does have some wrestling. some wrestling. And I feel like that's a question mark too. Like Pyfer's not really a great wrestler, but like people are gonna look at Pyfer and probably say, yeah, it's path to victory. He's wrestling. Pyfer's like when I think of Pyfer wrestling, I think of more like Dricus Duplessis wrestling. Like I think more of like someone who's gonna mix it up against Izzy, but it's just not their specialty. Pyfer's not a crazy wrestler. He didn't care to wrestle too much against Gaslam. I mean, he tried. I think Gaslam just stuffed most of them. He got Gaslam down, I think, a time or two. I gotta look back at that fight. I haven't watched back that fight. What I remember from that fight was, first of all, Gaslam's chin's crazy as usual. Pyfer hitting him with some bombs. Gaslam eating it, and Gaslam just being a little bit too short and out of range. You know, Izzy's a big guy. Pyfer's a big guy. They're gonna be pretty similar in like the range department. I just think Izzy does a better job using range than Joe Pyfer. I think Joe Pyfer doesn't know how to like. He doesn't figure out his opponent's range as quickly as Izzy. So that's going to lead to Izzy being very comfortable in front of Pyfer and always knowing when he's in and out of distance. Which, if it does lead Pyfer to struggling, it could lead to Pyfer just standing in front of Izzy, just kind of being shell-shocked. Kind of like what we see with the Jared Cannonier fights and some of Izzy's other fights that go the distance. Like Victory, some of these guys are a little bit like, they're a step behind, so they don't really know what to do. That's like my best bet of like guessing this fight early for my early prediction. I do think Pyfer's gonna try to wrestle, but like I said, Imavov tried. Everyone tries to wrestle Izzy. It doesn't matter if they're a great striker. Imavov tried because Imavov didn't feel comfortable eating those leg kicks. I'm sure when Pyfer takes 3-4 leg kicks, he's gonna be shooting. Probably not gonna get Izzy down. Probably gonna hold Izzy against the fence, but he's gonna probably try to do something. But Pyfer in a 5-round setting, guys, I just don't see a world where Pyfer will succeed against Adesanya. Like, what's he gonna do in a 5-round fight? Pyfer's not gonna have the endurance. You know, in the fight with Hermanson, when Hermanson beating by UD, the biggest critique for me was like Pyfer kind of slowing down and not throwing a lot and fatiguing. You know, I'm sure he's convinced that he improved all that, but doing it against Izzy, I don't know. Like Izzy, he's such a fundamental striker that I know he's gonna break down someone like Pyfer and put it on him. Man, this fight is it's a long time coming for Izzy, man. Like I feel like this is one of those fights that are gonna make or break you in a way. I've been seeing Izzy in a lot of interviews saying he just wants to have fun now and take more risk and like go for takedowns and do weird stuff. I don't know if Pyfer's the one to do that with. Like, I don't think Pyfer gives me the vibes of you should like start shooting takedowns or rolling for a leg, trying to cinch in a block. You know, I think Pyfer is gonna be game for about 9 minutes of that fight, maybe 10 minutes. Maybe he'll give us 10 good minutes. You know, but even then, like, I don't see Pyfer winning a round, arguably. Pyfer is known for having very low output and kind of just standing in front of people. When that low output moment's happening, that's when Izzy's be blasting those low kicks. That's when Izzy blasts those body kicks. Pyfer can't be Pyfer and beat Izzy. For Pyfer to beat Izzy, he's going to need to show me something I've never seen from him before. Maybe he's going to just have to take some risk and attempt some big clubbing overhands or something. Because outside of that, I don't see what's Pyfer really going to do with Adesanya, man. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, Pyfer's going to take him down and hold him for 25 minutes. Because we've never seen that done to Izzy. You know, we've seen Izzy in there with Yoel Romero. We've seen Izzy in there with Derek Brunson. I know people, oh, Yoel Romero sucks at wrestling. Derek Brunson sucks at wrestling. You can say all you want, but those guys are objectively good wrestlers in the UFC octagon. Pyfer is not a great wrestler. He's not even known for wrestling. But I guarantee, just like every other fight, they're going to say he's gonna just out wrestle Izzy. You guys I remember debating Guru about this on Darren Till's Space, them saying like Imavov's gonna take down Izzy and just hold him there and outwork him. Like, who do you guys think? Like, what do you guys think Izzy is? Like, what is this? I actually never understood that. Why is everyone like they're gonna just take down Izzy and hold him there? That's literally never happened to Izzy. The only way I will ever believe that is like before a Hamza fight. Of course, I know Hamza would take him down with ease and do what he want with him. But people are saying Imavov's gonna do it, Dricus is gonna do it, Pyfer's gonna do it. They were saying Whitaker was gonna do it. And I know they're gonna. Like I said, I haven't seen what people are saying, but I'm assuming people are gonna say Pyfer's going to take down Izzy and just do what he wants to do with Izzy. That's what the narrative has always been. Because to defeat Izzy, they can't say, I think Pyfer's going to outstrike him for 25 minutes because they don't believe that. Even with Imavov, I knew Imavov couldn't outstrike Izzy for 25 minutes. Imavov's best way to win was to knock out Izzy. And I knew that, and that's what happened. Shout out to iPoke. Shout out to iPoke, you know. But I just see Pyfer and Izzy being a primary stand and bang kind of match where Izzy just gets the better of him. It would be very upsetting seeing Izzy get chinned, man. Like, it'd be very upsetting. That would hurt, man. Like, Izzy looking slow or something. I will say Izzy's dexterity is not as good as it used to be. The way he like used to lean back and just find counter shots. That's not what I be seeing lately from Izzy. However, he still looks he still looks promising. He still looks sharp. His kicking game is still good. He abandoned his kicking game against Dricus Duplessis, which cost him in that fight. But someone like Dricus just has an absurd pace, doesn't he? Like every time Izzy would like land something good, Dricus would just come back with a blitz. You know, even Imavov didn't have a crazy pace, but Imavov had crazy precision and speed. I do think Izzy has decent head movement, but like someone with crazy speed can't catch him. But I look at Imavov's speed and I look at Pyfer's speed. I just think Imavov is a lot faster. Pyfer has puncher's chance, and I'm not going to shake it off. Usually I say people don't have puncher's chance against Izzy. I used to get away with saying that too, before. If it wasn't for that fucking meddling kid Imavov, I used to always say, yeah, nah, man. Izzy has a great chin. He's been in there with Pereira, still didn't get slept in MMA, But yeah, like to hit Izzy, you're gonna have to be very quick and precise and catch him with a clean shot. But Izzy, I just see Izzy being on another level. I don't even know what this is like. Let's get us back in the title picture. Let's get us back in the title picture. Let's start having them conversations, man. Start having campaign, man. I want to start having some conversations about Izzy being the best again, and just maybe fight Hamza. I don't think he could beat Hamza. It's not even about that, but it's more like, I just want to see Izzy back, dude. Like it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute. Minute Maid, man. Minute Maid. And I just want to see Izzy beats on him Dr. Dre real bad man style. And if we get knocked out, she buys, brother. Maybe I take a little bit break from UFC content. This is what I think. Maybe take a break. I can't watch Izzy get knocked out. I feel like on this channel, on this channel, I started uploading like 2024. I haven't seen Izzy win on this channel, which is so weird, isn't it? You guys never see me celebrate an Izzy win. There's never been a Kenny Okoye Izzy win reaction because I haven't been making videos that long. And that shit hurts, We had a Usman win reaction, Buckley. I need an Izzy win reaction by knockout. I think Izzy can finish Pyfer. I think Pyfer will fatigue in the later rounds, and that's when Izzy could turn it up, and that's when Izzy could ultimately get a TKO on someone like Pyfer, who I do think is game. I just don't think he's on the level of Israel Adesanya. Izzy should go in there, beats on him, Dr. Dre, and Izzy should get it done. This is going to be a good fight for like the first 10 minutes maybe. Pyfer's going to have people oohing and ahhing when he's throwing and clubbing those overhands and barely missing. But eventually those legs are going to get broken down. We're going to chop that tree. We're going to catch him coming in. We're going to hurt this boy. We have mean body shots. We're going to break Joe Pyfer. Izzy by round 4 TKO or Izzy by 50-45 masterclass. Either way, no matter what way you slice the cake, I think Israel Adesanya is back. And I think it's bringing a smile to my face. But let me know what you guys think down below. That's it for me. God bless. 2, 3, 4.